I've got a few things I want to talk about today. Basically, I want to talk about honesty, being honest with yourself when playing this game. Might seem kind of strange, but I hope it'll make sense by the end of the video. First though, let's watch this little situation unfold. I've spotted this chap and kind of flanked up the hill to see if I can take him out and take all his stuff. He's got a car ghillie suit, fully geared. He's opening an ammo crate or something at the moment. I think it could even be a mission, I'm not sure. And this is about as close as I'm comfortable with getting. I'm just waiting for the right moment and using the crosshairs to hip shot him. It's actually, I find it more accurate than using the iron sights at this range. In a video I did earlier, I killed someone from about 500 meters this way, but this time not so lucky. After watching this, I think I might actually turn my mouse sensitivity down. So now I'm playing the waiting game, waiting for him to come out. Just before this, I'd spawned and ran to one of the millions of barracks that they've put along the coast on the server. Killed some guy, some bandit at the barracks with a Glock, and picked up this M16. I was actually planning to try to pick up a CZ and do another little CZ adventure like I did in the other video. Run around with nothing but a hunting rifle and killing people who are far more geared as a challenge. I only had one magazine, so I couldn't really lay down a lot of fire. From here I didn't really want to move. There wasn't really much cover, and I didn't want to make myself visible, because I know he's looking back up here. You can see I'm abusing the hell out of third person, using my invisible periscope to watch him. I know he's doing the same thing. The whole fucking server's doing this, so you know, I'm going to try to use it. I have to try to use it better than everyone else can. If third person switched on, I have to work with it if I want to stand a chance. This guy's pretty good, he's very patient. Basically looking for pixels of movement. I'm so far away, it's so hard to see. If I had any kind of scoped weapon at all, he would have been dead by now, pretty easily. By the way, before I started recording this video, I'd been watching him for a little while, so I was pretty confident there wasn't anyone else around, that he didn't have any friends. But at any moment someone could walk up behind me. He could be talking to his mates right now and I wouldn't know it, but you know, what am I going to do? He's got the advantage if I jump up right now and try to engage. I might have the choice to run away using the trees as cover if I run in a straight line away from him. He still might be able to see me and shoot me though. After this point I'm practically out of ammo, there's not much I can do. I've now lost control of the situation completely, so I have to retreat. Also stick out like dog's balls with these white sleeves, or you know, the survivor clothes. Now watch this comment that he makes. Shit shot, bruh. Now, I actually see this as a kind of emotional crutch. It's sort of a sign of weakness to me. if you say that I'm a terrible shot, I'm just going to assume that you're really upset that I shot at you. I don't think anyone really believes what they're saying. I don't think that they're actually saying what they think. It's always coming from this really emotional, upset kind of headspace. It's like people are talking as if they've never missed a shot in their life. The reality is that everyone misses. Everyone fucks up in one way or another, like all the time. And almost every time I play, someone shoots at me and misses. And there's always someone in the side channel whining with this fucking comeback. This little, you're a shit shot, you're a terrible shot. It's meaningless. Think of some new material. If you're upset, think of some other comeback. It makes me cringe so fucking hard when I see it. And I see it all the time. Even popular YouTubers say it a lot. Just grates on me, drives me up the wall. And not everyone is directed at me. But moving on. So that little bit in the Trader City, I was running around looking for a CZ for a good couple of hours, but for some reason they weren't spawning on that server. I got sick of it, took the easy way out of running to a barracks and picking up a gun that I could go sell. So I sold that gun and bought lots of CZ ammo and of course a CZ. It is pretty amusing that I had to go and find the plentiful high level loot, military loot, so I could go sell it to buy civilian low level loot. That's the state we're in at the moment with these mods. My plan the whole time was to grab one of these CZs and run along the south coast, run that gauntlet all the way along through Electro, Cherno, Pelota, everything, looking for campers and basically trying to find high level guys who are just going after fresh spawns. So basically anyone who seemed a little bit geared I was going to target. And this chap in the city here in Electro, he's getting around in a ghillie suit. I'm just going to assume he's up to no good. The town seemed pretty empty. I think he was in there camping, waiting for someone, but no one was coming. And turned out he was the one being hunted. It's one of those times where you just have to be patient, wait for the right moment. Spotted him multiple times, but it was never a clear shot. Because I've been here before, I've got a pretty good idea of the ranges. Pretty much, just about wherever he goes, I can estimate the distance close enough to hit him at least. Not necessarily headshots. Guessing he's about 300. That is, when he comes down the street, I estimate about 300. As he's coming towards me. was bad luck for him that he started moving in an almost straight line towards me. It was enough to make it kind of easy to lead the shot. As I was moving across Prigorodki, I noticed this little fella, I don't know, killing zombies, throwing some flares around. I don't know what he was doing, trying to attract a friend or looking for help, I don't know. But I came up and asked him if he needed some help. And he didn't respond. I think he just logged out. I don't know what he was doing. No idea what he's doing. He's either a brand new player or he wants to die. I don't know. Kind of cute to watch, really. And moving back to this self-honesty thing that we were talking about before, obviously if you're going to be making YouTube videos, you'll want to put up the best and most exciting and interesting stuff you have. And everyone else is doing that, and it's totally natural, and that's what we expect. But what happens is that people who haven't played the game before but have watched a lot of videos, they're kind of led to believe that these more extraordinary events are the norm, and that you should be able to jump into a server and you'll be flying a chopper around and killing lots of bandits pretty quickly. And with a lot of videos, you know, that sort of thing will be happening within 5 minutes. Now there's this old saying, when a dog bites a man, that's not news. When a man bites a dog, that's news. So you get the headline, man bites dog. What that's referring to is this phenomenon where people start assuming that these really unlikely events are actually very commonplace, because that's all they see in the media. The more mundane things are never reported. And the same thing, it happens in all media, and it definitely happens in DayZ. And that situation I was talking about where, you know, new players are expecting all this crazy stuff that they've seen on one of the more popular YouTubers' channels, I think that might be part of the thing that's driving all these servers that have, you know, hundreds and hundreds of vehicles and lots of loot. It's very easy to gear up, which is unfortunate. But it's because people aren't going to want to put up footage of them being dominated and destroyed and killed and fucking up, and you know, it's embarrassing. And you don't want people to think you're a bad player. So everyone's kind of pretending that they're just awesome all the time. And they're not even really, they don't even have to be doing it on purpose. But after a point, it's not a matter of ego or anything like that, but about keeping your viewers happy. If you have a lot of viewers, it's what people want to watch. That's just how it is. But what I've decided to do, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I'll definitely put up instances where I've done something really cool, or got a great shot, or you know, survived whatever. But I'm also going to show you my worst mistakes. And I make some really bad mistakes at the end of this video. Now, something else I want to say, I watched this video recently by Devil Dog, and it was pretty good. Very entertaining, like most of his videos are. He was in this massive tank-looking thing with this that has this machine gun on top, and he saved two of his mates who were both injured and pinned down behind this car. But what I found a lot more compelling to watch was the footage recorded by one of his teammates who had been pinned. and in his teammates' footage, you see them driving along really slowly in this little piece of shit green sedan thing when they got shot at. So he jumps out of the car and he's cowering behind this destroyed car. He's bleeding out and screaming for help. And you could really hear in his voice, it actually sounded like he was dying. It's awesome to watch, and I'll make sure I put the link to that video in the description, so go check it out. Because I think that really represents what DayZ should be a lot better. You know, you're just another little survivor, a cockroach scurrying about in the apocalypse, trying to find, you know, a skerrick of food and get some water, and just trying to not get killed by animals and people and monsters and diseases. But that sort of doesn't sit with our fantasies of being the hero, of being the toughest, the fittest, the smartest. And the thing is, that video I was talking about, you don't need high-level gear or anything for that kind of situation to happen. You could be doing that with Enfields and Makarovs and stuff, and the same thing will happen. You're getting shot at, you get pinned down, you ask for help, they might come in and flank them, or you have trouble spotting them, you're bleeding out, your car's blown up. You could all be wearing mech suits and jetpacks with rocket launchers and fucking tanks and shit like that. It doesn't matter. If that scenario can happen, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a really cool experience. Coming up here is where I make a couple of pretty big mistakes, embarrassing kind of errors. I've been moving past Bolota, and there's this castle that they've added to the server. The hill that I was on, I've never really found the range to the castle from that hill. And just making a judgment, in my head it didn't make sense that it would be very close. It seemed to be really far away to me. Even when this fellow was running towards me in a field and he seemed really large in my scope, I sort of didn't believe it. And yeah, just completely misjudged the distance. I don't know why I thought it was 700 meters. Watching it back now, it's just insane. And here I'm just like, you know, what the fuck? I found it hard to believe. I thought that castle would be something like 900 meters. The viewing distance on this server at the time was really, really long. Just kicking myself at this point, watching him. I'm thinking, man, it can't be that close. It can't be closer than 500 meters. If I had a DMR or something like that, it should have been pretty easy to get that kill. Shooting at him while he's zigzagging. Almost wanted to let him get away because I just felt so inept at the time. So there we go. At this point, I've ranged it. That is 600 meters. Just crazy. And of course, since I've been firing shots in a really populated area, like I said earlier, I called it running the gauntlet. That's sort of what it is. There's just so many people running around, such high traffic, that you fire a shot and multiple people are going to run in your direction like maniacs. There's a fella up here. I didn't see him at first. I heard him. He comes up on my left. Shouldn't have been running on the ridge either. I'm visible from both sides. You'll see him right about there. He is. Didn't see that, but I heard those footsteps. Lots of lag. He's already shooting at me. I've hit him. But third person using the crosshair, I was actually shooting at the ground, so while prone at that range, it was a massive disadvantage to be using the CZ in third person. Yeah, totally fucked up. Anyway, thanks for watching.